of Angels. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll look to throw here on first down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 3. Escaping the pressure right. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Robinson will score. Touchdown Atlanta. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
First run now for Kyron Williams.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Again, it's Williams. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down and 4.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12.
Now Prescott going to change the play.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Prescott.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Now Prescott. Completes it again to Dobbs. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it. So they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Williams again. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Williams. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football. But on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Dalton Kincaid from 4 yards out. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. Robinson with another carry.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working.
He's got a man, complete.
Down to the 10.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
DK Metcalf,
93 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
64 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second and 5. Now Dak, he's going to mix it up.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Throwing, Prescott.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward.
Well, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Prescott. Got his man. It's Williams. And he gets it down to the 32.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Prescott to throw it.
This to the tight end, Kincaid.
And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
To the right side here, caught by Kincaid.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
They'll throw now on the final play. Rolling to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives.
And got his man complete. And he was finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. It certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
They run once more with Corum.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run here with Corum.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They run straight ahead with Corum.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down. They'll have to throw it anyway.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
It's now 4th and goal.
And his kick here is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Dak, he wants to change the play.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Prescott.
Oh, that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here comes the Rams punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. They'll look to throw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson
with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This 2nd and 4. Up the middle. Here's Corum. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Again, it's Corum.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Well, Prescott, he's going to change things up here.
They'll look to throw here.
This taken in by Kincaid.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Out of the gun, they give it to Corum.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
23 yards to pick up there. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll run on first down. It's Daniels, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you, with the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle?
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Corum.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Prescott. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 32 yards.
And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call the timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott yet again.
To Evans on the slant.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down. Keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now Prescott.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to